welcome back to Anastasia Chornaya Show. If you are new over here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you give me some kind of a feedback, whether like or dislike. Let me know what you think about my videos. It really is important to me, and I highly appreciate that. I'm here for you guys, and I am learning from that feedback to make sure I am providing the best content possible that will not only be informative but also entertaining. Today we are going to be talking about phone apps, the ones that I use the most. And this video, the request for this video actually came from one of my subscribers on the channel, and if there's something that you are interested in and you would like to see it on my channel, I would love to make a video for you and answer any question that you have about living in America, about my life, right about anything. As I was preparing for this video, it was really interesting for me to not only see how much time I spent on my phone overall, which I already knew was a lot because I also work on my phone. I got my first phone when I was 16, and it was one of those Nokia flip phones. I believe it was 2620 or something like that. It looked really awesome, but it didn't really have much on it except for the snake probably and Tetris, which I killed on. It was awesome. Fast forward a decade or so, it's hard to not have your phone in your hand, and this is something that I consciously try to avoid so much because I am aware of how much time I spent in my day just holding my phone. It's very deep. It gets deep. Why do we do this? Why are we connected to our phones so much that it becomes an extension of ourselves? There's such a beautiful world out there, and I want to go back to the same level of communication which we had before the phones became the extension of our hand. But I'm definitely learning how to not be addicted to my phone as much as I have been in the past years. I learned that there's an app that you can get on your phone that will show you the statistics of how much time you spent on a particular app and your phone in general, and gives me a notification every single week telling me how much time out of my week I spent on my phone total. You can also set blocks and time limits on certain apps. For instance, I had to do this with Instagram. What I started noticing is that no matter how busy I am with whatever task that I'm trying to perform, I am subconsciously just constantly going through the path of opening that app. Do I need to do this? No. Am I aware of it? Now I am, but before I wasn't. I would sit down, I would walk outside, I would grab my phone because I received a notification for something semi-important. And once I'm done with that semi-important thing, I would always open Instagram. Why? What is this distraction? Is this my coping mechanism? Maybe. With this app that can actually tell you even how many times you open an app, I decided to set a 1 hour limit on Instagram. It was helpful. It logs you out of it, and you cannot log back in because the notification pops on your screen, and you have no other choice but to exit Instagram and not open it until the next day. It was extremely helpful. I really recommend that. It's called Digitox. There's a few apps that you can use, but the one that I downloaded is Digitox. To be honest with you, my excuse for being on social media ever since I moved here to America, and I'm talking about Facebook, and then I was late to get on Instagram, but then I finally kind of got on it because not every person that I wanted to be connected with who lived in a different country on a different continent was on Facebook. So I got on Instagram as well, and that was my excuse. I left everybody. I ditched my country and I came to America. I'm just being honest. So that excuse kind of grew into a bit of a coping mechanism, that now that every time I wanted to be entertained, I was bored, I wanted to be distracted from whatever was happening in my world, I always turned to Instagram. This is what it is. I feel like a lot of times social media has become a coping mechanism for so many people because it is so much easier to do enormous amounts of scrolling and just forget about what's happening outside of your phone and in your life that you don't want to deal with. If we do not address the issues in our lives, they just pile up, and that is what's sad about it. That is the reason why I had to put a stop, and that is the reason why I wanted to make sure that I'm not spending all of my time on it. And you know what? It especially changed for me when I watched this documentary on Netflix, and it opened up my eyes to what exactly is social media and the algorithm behind it and what it does and what it's meant to do. It was a pivoting moment for me, and that is when I decided that I did not want to be stuck in an algorithm anymore. I wanted to live my life. I wanted to deal with my issues instead of coping with them, and that is how I put that limit on that app. If you're one of the people who has so much to do, but then you go about your day and you feel like you have been doing stuff, but then nothing is done, and you're like, where does my time go? I recommend getting one of those apps, whatever you choose to get. They're free. There are tons of free apps like that online in your app store, whatever you're using, because it will give you perspective on exactly where your time goes. Another app that I spent over 46 hours on last month was WhatsApp. The majority of people that I speak with, my friends and family, they are on WhatsApp. So that is where all of the conversations, exchanges, phone calls, even the video calls, they all go through WhatsApp. And the third app that I've spent the most time on last month was Netflix. We all know how much addicting watching shows that are uploaded in its entirety, in the full season is uploaded on Netflix. It takes a tremendous amount of self-control to just stop yourself from watching the next episode. I spent like 20 hours on it. It was 19 something, and only because I had to put a limit on my Netflix usage. But the 4 apps that I wanted to tell you guys about that I just feel like I cannot live without are the following apps. First of all, it's 9gag. 9gag is what I treat myself to after a long day of working, running errands, being human, exploring the world, and whatnot. Not like 9gag has an amazing community or anything like that, because it's a bunch of people from around the world who post stuff, funny memes, GIFs, or GIFs, however tickles your fancy. Bunch of interesting facts about history or space exploration, science in general, all of that stuff. It's all kind of right there. You can pay extra to use the app without the ads. You know, you can, but they're not distracting. Nobody's trying to push anything on you. There's no influencers on it. There is no bias on it. It's just people who want to post something that is, you know, just for their own sake, or just to entertain somebody, or to share some kind of information. You can consider it to be a blog panel where anybody is able to post, and then it has sections with stuff that has received more feedback, which I hope this channel will receive a lot more feedback soon. Can we make it happen, guys? And then there is a section with posts that are getting semi-traction, and then there's a section of the app that is all the new posts. But what I like about 9gag is that it's not pushing anything on you. I feel like it's the only unbiased place on the whole internet right now. The next 2 apps that I wanted to share with you guys, in case you didn't know about them, but this is something that I'm using on daily, are Spotify and Audible. If you have Spotify, you probably know that it's, it's all about the music, and I just recently discovered that app for myself, and I enjoy music just like pretty much everybody on this planet. And what I really like is that I have immediate access to the collections of music from around the world. I don't listen to just one genre. I really enjoy the variety of music on my playlist, and what I really like about that is that Spotify mixes artists that are known, that are more or less established in the world of the music, with the new ones, with the fresh up-and-coming artists, and it can bundle it together depending on the style of the music that you like. And then the cool thing about Spotify that it doesn't only have music, it has an enormous collection of podcasts on it. Spotify was actually the platform that I used to listen to the podcasts, and only later, like a few months ago, I discovered that it's an amazing platform for the music. And the other app that I mentioned is Audible, which has audiobooks. It also has podcasts as far as I know, but I never really used it because I use Spotify already for my podcasts. But Audible, for me personally, is a great platform. I tend to struggle reading a physical book. I tend to struggle finding actual time to read a physical book. That is when Audible comes in. What I really like about Audible is that the writers narrate their books. I feel like it creates a better connection to the writer and the material that they are giving you and that they're narrating. Another thing that I really like about Audible is that you can set a speed of how fast you want the track to go. It takes me, gosh, months and months to read one physical book, while listening to one book would take me just, 6 hours or so. And the last app that I wanted to share with you guys today, the one that I started using very recently, is a Fidelity app. It is a stock investment app, and I'm very new to the world of trading, but I am learning and navigating the world of stock trading. I don't do day trading because it seems like a bit of a extremely stressful thing for me, but I like investing. I want to make sure that my wealth grows, and I am actually currently learning how to swing trade. If you guys want to learn more about my experience with stock trading and Fidelity in particular, let me know in the comment section below, so maybe I can make a video from my perspective of a newbie on it. If this is something that you wanted to try out but you don't know where to start, I can definitely walk you through the process. I'm not a professional, like I said. I'm telling you that I'm only learning, but this is an exciting thing for me because it's something new that I get to learn. It also has great benefits in that sense that you are able to grow your wealth through it, and you can actually see it grow. This is one of the apps that I definitely go on daily, and this is an app that I learn through and about on the daily. That is what I use. This is me. This is a bit of my life in a nutshell. I do a lot of audiobooks, personal growth, I do investing, and I'm learning about investing because I'm an adult like that. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the night, I'll become a teenager and go 9gag before I go night-night. This is the information that I wanted to share with you today that was requested by one of the subscribers. Again, if you feel like you would like to see something on my channel, and if you would like me to make a video about any topic that interests you that you would like me to talk about, let me know in the comment section below. And then if there's something that you liked about this video, if there's something that you learned new from this video, make sure to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.